Hey y'all, Andrew Moore with Ridgeview Advisors, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about a concept that we like to call pig tossing. Pig tossing is when you have a weird, hard to handle, large, and possibly damaging deliverable or process handoff between departments or people, and someone takes that process or deliverable and throws it over the fence in such a way that no one's expecting it. If anybody tries to catch it, that they get hurt, and it winds up damaging the person that tries to catch it or the pig itself when it gets thrown over the fence. Today we want to focus on the idea of being able to do proper handoff between departments and people. One of the things that we like to look at when we're doing handoffs is gentle, expected, timed, process-driven systems that allow people to know when something is going to be moved from one department or a person to another. We've all had this happen to us multiple times where we're working on something and we wound up finding out that a client's been onboarded or a project's been completed and no one actually had documentation in place, there wasn't a ticket created, there wasn't a kickoff meeting. And so those are the types of things that we look at when we identify areas where pigs are being tossed within the organization. So there's 4 simple things that you can do to help smooth out this process. 1, identify those potential issues. Look at the processes that you've got right now, and I guarantee you that as a company, you can pick 2 or 3 that you know your handoff for deliverables or for process changes between people and departments isn't where it needs to be, and it causes damage within the organization. Reputational damage, monetary damage, or damage to the employee's sanity. Then you got to figure out how to coordinate. Understand that once you've identified the issue, bring the right people together to understand how the processes and deliverables are going to be moved from one department to the next. Make sure that you're taking into account swim lanes, where things move, at what point do they move, how do they move, what are they doing in the back end when it comes to how they're documented, how are they accepted from one department to the next. And that leads us to communication. Making sure that during the entire process flow, communication is happening. It could be in the form of automated communication, but it also should include some meetings. It should include some chats. It should include some actual notifications or phone calls from one department or person to another to make sure that people are properly accepting the work and moving it across the finish line, rather than people saying, well, I sent an email and you never responded to me. And finally, follow up. Make sure that as you move through the processes and you work on them daily, weekly, monthly, that as each process completes, have a 180 around it. Take a sample of the processes you've been working on to avoid pig tossing and make sure you walk through them to ensure you're getting the outcomes that you're looking for. Thanks again, and if you like what you see, check us out at ridgeviewadvisors.com.